Hello and welcome to this week's Pastor Capture, where we take a moment and reflect on last Sunday and plant the seed for this coming Sunday. I'm Steve Stolz-Costello, the senior pastor here at Mentor, and this is Pastor Ivy, Reverend Doctor, who is our associate pastor. This week, Pastor Tammy, our pastor of Children and Family Ministries, is at Crucible. We're going to let her say hello.
Hello there, church. I am currently in Worthington at the West Ohio Conference Center for Crucible. Crucible is a class that folks who are working towards ordination after becoming provisional have to take in the East Ohio Annual Conference. And I just wanted to say hello since I will not be participating in this week's Pastor Capture in person.
This past Sunday, I was in the traditional service.
How was it, modern?
It was modern, and I loved, so we were continuing on this series, Wandering Hard, Peter. This was an interesting one because it was about Teach Me, and it's where Jesus is teaching the disciples about forgiveness and what happens when somebody does you wrong. You done did me wrong. You're good with all those songs. I'm surprised you didn't talk about doing me wrong.
It sounds like a good blues song.
You done did me wrong.
Yep.
But go to the person, then go to another person, all this kind of stuff. But then Peter says, well, if somebody sins against me, Lord, how many times should I forgive?
Right. He wanted a formula. He wanted some kind of plan like we do,
Yeah.
If we just do this and do this, then, then we'll have forgiveness. But it's not always that way.
Yeah. And I was moved in the devotional material and the commentaries that the real emphasis for me was on, Jesus' forgiveness is infinite. But I really like what Ivy did. She brought in, really that's consistent with John Wesley, who believed that we could be made perfect in love in this life. So anyway, go back and watch Pastor Ivy in the Modern, where she really emphasized, don't be counting. Don't be counting how many times you forgive.
Stop counting.
Because God would make it possible.
When you count, that's the problem, is that you're waiting, for 5, 6, 7, and now it compounds because I got to 8.
That's right.
But Jesus is telling us to make it repetitious, to keep over and over and over, looking for forgiveness, looking for opportunities. I love what you said in the traditional service about how, hurt people. So it's automatically what we want to do is get back at somebody.
Yeah.
When what it should be is bless people, try to bless people.
Right.
But what we do is, not look at it. And you said also in your message about, we don't look at it and we don't actually say what the text says, you have sinned against me. You have sinned against me. No one goes around saying that. We usually don't even say that word sin anymore. It's like we say error or mistake or you've done me wrong, something like that. When people hurt us, we feel that pain, and we just have to know that it is sin that hurts God. We have some kind of concept that God gets hurt too. Yeah. But his principles and standards are that when you hurt one of us, or how we say that we've been wronged, that God is angered and hurt.
You really emphasize too that it's hard. It's really, really hard to forgive. But you left me with a great sense of hope that because of Christ, because of God in our life, we can forgive. And that's an exciting thing that, it is something that we can do. It's hard, but with God's help, that's possible.
Oh, yeah, I said God is not going to ask us to do something we cannot do.
Yeah.
He's not going to ask me to be taller, be taller,
That's good stuff. Well, this coming Sunday, we continue in our series, and really, really excited. We're going to be in John's Gospel, chapter 12. This is the story of the triumphal entry. Jesus is on the donkey or the colt. What's John's Gospel say?
Just mule type.
Yeah, he's coming into Jerusalem, and they're waving the palm branch. We've got the kids that'll be running around the parade with the palm branches. They're both modern and traditional.
Hosanna, yes.
Yes, traditional's fancy this week. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we have our traditional. We'll have our choir for sure, and all of our leading are famous and world famous. Internationally famous cantata that's coming up.
Cantata. Everybody's excited about
cantata. I was going to say cantata. All the practices have been, hearing the murmurings and all around. But we have our Christmas cantata and then our Lenten one.
Yeah.
So we have the bookends of
I want to encourage you, especially maybe you were planning on coming for Easter, but maybe you haven't been around, or you know some friends that normally come around Easter time. Have them come this Sunday and then come back for the Monday, Thursday service. I'm talking about next week, and then the Good Friday service, and then Easter. That will really, really enhance your experience of Easter. It's hard to believe this is the last Sunday before
Right.
Easter.
This is our Holy Week coming up. Passion Week.
Yeah, and this tonight, Wednesday night tonight, is our last feast, family feast
Our
and
last
fellowship.
one.
Yeah.
Right,
So that's been a lot of fun. And it's going to be
Mama Roberto's is for dinner.
Chicken Parmesan.
So it'd be so nice. That'd be
chicken parmesan, Mama Roberta, so come out for that. Last time for that, so that'd be exciting. And then just want to also let you know that we had a wonderful turnout, almost 100 people for Pastor Kara, who came
Yes.
and spoke about General Conference, United Methodist Church, and also just all that's on coming up at General Conference about whether or not the United Methodist Church will consider changing its current position related to persons that are part of the LGBTQI plus community. So if you're interested, if you missed that, you're interested, we're making the video available. Check and see if it's in the description. We're working on editing that now. Hopefully it'll be there. Look for other information about that if you want to watch that. Really welcome your feedback about that.
Great. Thank you to everyone who came out and stayed after service, and we had a great turnout. So glad that you were there. And like you said, if you have any more questions or concerns, make sure you get them to us.
So I think that just about covers it. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll share, like us, and subscribe. Help get the message out. This is a great church. We want to see and get to know even more people in our community. So thanks for watching this week's Pastor Capture.